What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Command Point. My name's Ryan, and in today's video, I'm going to be taking you through my 5 top tips for running Kasrkin in your games of Kill Team. Lately, Shane and I have been playing a bunch of Kill Team games in preparation for him playing in the World Championships of Warhammer going on later this month, and one of the teams that I've been running against him is Kasrkin. I think they're a really cool, interesting, and fun team to play. I definitely don't think they're the best. I've played against a few different teams using the Kasrkin. I've played against Legionnaires. I've played against the Hand of the Archon kill team. I believe I've played against the Hearthkin Salvagers as well, if I'm remembering correctly. So I have a few. I got a decent number of games under my belt with this team, and I'm having a lot of fun playing them. So these are my top tips for running the Kasrkin and kill team.
But before we get into that, guys, I have to take a moment here to talk about the sponsor of this video, Warzone Studio. Warzone Studio was kind enough to send out a couple of their battle mitts for us to review, and I have to say, you guys, I absolutely love them. Warzone Studio has all different sizes and patterns of mats to choose from, so no matter what battlefield you're building, whether it be for Kill Team or other games like Warhammer 40k, Age of Sigmar, or Star Wars Legion, you're sure to find a mat that fits your desired theme. The mats we received have the Kill Team layout on them, making it quicker and easier to place objectives and terrain pieces to create a good play experience. The mousepad material the mats are made from is an upgrade from the foldable cardstock boards that you are used to seeing come in Kill Team boxes. Warzone Studio are even helping support the channel by giving us a kickback for each order placed using the link in the description below. So make sure to check them out, and thank you to Warzone Studio for sponsoring this video.
So my number five tip for Kasrkin is the strategic plays for this team. They suck. I don't like any of them. You're better off just holding on to that CP and using it for things like tactical reroll for when you're shooting with your big guns. What is it here? The clearance sweep one, I think it's way too hard to set up correctly. The reposition I think can be good in certain situations, but I only expect to use that at most like once a game. You're better off just saving your CP for tactical rerolls. My number 4 tip when it comes to running Kasrkin is I almost always take Seek and Destroy mostly. This is a team with a lot of killing potential. They're a very lethal team. They got a lot of big guns. Seek and Destroy naturally flows into their play style, the play style for this team. The one faction tac op that I do like from the team is Vital Objective, and I think I've taken that one in almost all of my games with this team, and I've maxed it each time. So I think Vital Objective is a good faction tac op to take with this team. My number 3 tip for running Kasrkin in your games of Kill Team: keep your sergeant alive. I know it's very tempting, kind of like around the middle of the game, to put your sergeant out in the board with that plasma pistol and try and kill somebody. Sometimes it's worth it, but sometimes it is a lot better to hold on to those +2 elite points, turning points 3 and 4 towards the end of the game. Also, if you keep them alive, your opponents can't score Headhunter, so something to consider. My number 2 tip is going to be the kind of, I guess, early gameplay that you can perform with your demo mine here. So what you can do with him, if you do it in the correct order of operations, and this is dependent upon which mission you're playing, what you can do with him is you can boost him up to 3 APL by first activating your comm specialist. The big play with him would be to move, capture a point, and then lay his demo mine. What that's going to do is effectively lock it out of your opponent's scoring for the remainder of the game, unless they want to sacrifice models in order to get that demo mine off. The demo mine, it's very scary, even for teams like Legionnaires and Intercession. It's usually not in your opponent's best interest to run models into that. Now, if you're playing Chaos Cultists or something, and they just have like a cultist run into it to detonate it, it's not that big a deal. But against elite teams, I think the play is very good. And then if you're playing on, for example, what is it? Capture. If you're playing capture, then you can move dash onto a point, plant the demo mine. Assuming he's alive at the end of the turn, he'll be scoring you the point. So he's very good on capture. Finally, my number one tip for running Kasrkin in Kill Team is going to be to save your comms specialist, or your comms, what is the name of this model? The Vox Trooper. Save activating your Kasrkin Vox Trooper until basically the end of the turn. And what you're going to do with that at the end of the turn is you'll give +1 APL to 2 models that have already activated this turn, and then they'll be able to start on that next turn with 3 APL. Very powerful ability. Early in the game, literally like turn 1, you may want to use him a little bit earlier, just to give somebody like the demo trooper +1 APL, so they can move onto the point, capture it, lay the demo mine, whatever they have to do, like I talked about earlier. But for the most part, you definitely want to be holding off on activating your comms trooper until it's basically the end of your turn. So those are my 5 tips for running Kasrkin in your games of Kill Team. Let me know what you guys thought of these tips and tricks in the comments section down below. If you have any tips of your own, let me know, because I'm trying to get better with this team. I think they're a lot of fun to play, but there is a lot of strategy involved with them if you want to be really successful and get some wins against those S tier and A tier teams. Once again, a special thank you to Warzone Studio for sponsoring this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I'll see you all again in the next one.